Which race in World of Warcraft is the best? Ever since my last video, which class in WoW is the most fun to play, people have been requesting for me to explain in a scientific and intelligent manner which race is the most fun and just all around the best in World of Warcraft. Well, it's been a while since my last video, and since you all are so curious, I'm back. Now, just like before, I've spent countless hours in the laboratory to figure out this head-scratching problem. There are so many cool and unique races in WoW, so determining, which is the most fun to play is pretty difficult. But you know what? I think I've done it. I've determined the ultimate 3-point test to figure out once and for all the answer to this problem. And this is how it works. The first point says, the race needs to have a lot of lore behind them in order to create depth and immersion for the player. The second point states, the race needs to have a strong variety of classes to choose from. And finally, the third point, which of course is the most important, is the race needs to have a cool as hell capital city that you can AFK in. Now that I've explained the test to you guys, let's just put it into action. But first, gnomes are out. Nobody likes gnomes. No one plays a gnome. Nobody likes them. Get out.
What? You can't just off my entire race like that. Who do you think you are?
Alright, so the first point says that the race needs to have a lot of lore behind them to create depth and immersion for the player. Now in this case, we need to eliminate 4 of these races off of our chart, so we're going to get rid of goblins, the Tauren, dwarves, and the Draenei. Now, by removing these races, I don't mean to say that they don't have a lot of lore, because, believe me, they do. But they just don't have as much compared to other races on the list, like humans or orcs,
Who the hell cares about the stupid lore? It's all about the gameplay, baby.
Hey, excuse me?
So you're saying you didn't cry when Cairn Bloodhoof was killed by...
Hey now, I wasn't done with you yet.
Ugh, filthy casuals.
Wait, are you forgetting the fact that Kil'jaeden and Archimonde were once a part of our people? Our lore makes up the backbone of, pretty much everything in this game.
Look, all I wanted to say is...
And now, on to the second point. The race needs to have a very good variety of classes to play as, which leads us to eliminating 4 more races off the list. So, sorry Pandaren, but you guys can only play as 7 classes, and Worgen, Orcs, and Forsaken, you guys can only play as 8. And that's nothing compared to the 9 classes that humans and Night Elves can be, if you count the Demon Hunter, and the 10 classes Trolls and Blood Elves can be, if again, you count the Demon Hunter and Legion.
I would tell you all about how I'd kick you in the nuts right now, but I shall remember inner peace and all that. Wouldn't want any showers of anger appearing around here now, would we?
Hey, listen to me!
That's a bit old Patty, that's right. Get that digging old Patty zips up here, my jibby dibby. I say that tossing we called sausage all over me, mum. You get me?
Orc not need lots of classes. Orc need only axe. I swing. I kill you.
I've never cared about anything in my entire life, and I'm not about to care now.
Okay, that's it. If you don't put me back on the list, I'll...
And last but not least, we have the final point to put against these 4 remaining races. The race needs to, of course, have an amazing capital city, which leads us to removing 2 more off of our list. Trolls, you guys are out. You may be really cool, but your capital city is just a crappy island nobody visits because it's a bunch of wooden shacks.
Amon, there be nice shacks. What you be thinking putting all forging down like that?
And Blood Elves, sorry, but your city is cool, but you can't fly there, and the fact that it's instanced means that nobody goes there except for role players.
Don't lie to me, Mr. Narrator. The only reason you removed us Blood Elves is because we're just so... fabulous. Oh.
And so that's it, guys. We've arrived at the tiebreaker between the humans and the Night Elves. Now, which race is the most fun to play, you might be asking? Well, I'd say it's pretty obvious.
Oh boy, I can't wait for him to say night elves.
Oh, hush. Not everyone wants to play as a stupid Legolas ripoff. Night elves clearly have no chance.
Moocluck, don't be ridiculous.
Okay, you ready? The winner is the...
What the hell?
This will show you losers what happens when you mess with the gnomes. Die!
Dip-stips no pay.
No, wait!
Take that, freak!